In the 1970s, South Korean military forces discovered 4 tunnels leading from North Korea to South Korea, buried deep underneath the military demarcation line separating the two nations. It is believed that undiscovered tunnels remain, although no more than 4 have been found. One in particular, the 3rd tunnel, is believed to have been designed to burrow straight into Seoul, a massive metropolis and capital city of South Korea. Because of this, the South Koreans have named it the Tunnel of Aggression. Likely carved by North Korean conscripts, the tunnel is around 1 mile in length and 6.5 feet tall and almost 7 feet wide at maximum, although much of the tunnel is far narrower than its maximum. The tunnel runs at a depth of 240 feet below ground. The incomplete tunnel, constructed to give the North the ability to move more than 30,000 troops into Seoul in under an hour, was also designed to accommodate the average North Korean height and light equipment such as weapons and supplies for a surprise attack. After the South Korean government discovered the tunnel, they naturally confronted the North, who denied any involvement in the construction. Later, the North admitted to constructing the tunnel, saying it was to mine coal. Evidence of rock in and around the tunnel found no signs of coal, but only granite, thus disproving the North's claim. Here's my experience. When you enter the tunnel, you're given a hard hat, and anyone over 5 feet tall will have to hunch over to complete the walk through the tunnel. It's crowded, and again, the spaces are very narrow. You are warned from the outset that if you have any health problems or claustrophobia, you are not to enter the tunnel. I have never had any feelings of claustrophobia, and even I started sweating a bit toward the end. I discovered tunnels have a psychological effect. I didn't know going in it was only a mile long. Even though it's well lit and well ventilated, everything looks the same going forward. After a while, your mind starts playing games with you. You know that to turn back, you've just as far to go as you've come already, and every step forward looks the same as the last 500. Given the narrow shape of the tunnel, you have no concept of distance, and your vision persists only about 30 or 40 feet or so. This makes a 1 mile tunnel feel much, much, much longer. The end of the tunnel is as dismaying and anticlimactic as you can imagine. You are simply stopped by a metal wall, a partition with a single locked door. There is little between the partitions, which are spaced somewhat close together, but beyond the final one is the military demarcation line. As a safeguard, all partitions are on the south side, illustrating South Korea's commitment to a defensive position, and not one of an aggressor to the north. Unfortunately, due to the volatile nature of the Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, tourists are not permitted to carry belongings into the tunnel, and photography of any sort is prohibited. Just imagine my disappointment. With negotiations underway and hopes for a peaceful reunification on the horizon, one can only hope the tunnels will remain what they are today, a tourist attraction.